Hey Chicago golfers, Happy New Year. It's freezing outside, but you could still be productive with your golf game. I want to help you execute the 50-yard shot. A lot of times you'll just bomb a drive down a short par 4 and you'll have 50 yards in. Maybe you hit into the trees and you have to punch out and you'll have 50 yards in. So this shot comes up a lot, and if you could execute this, it really helps help you save par or even get a birdie. So let's dive into the details with how to hit this 50-yard shot. So when we're getting organized to hit this 50-yard shot, use your alignment sticks for ball position and our body alignment relative to the target. If I was doing a full swing, I'd have my feet shoulder width apart. But since I'm doing a pitch shot, I'm gonna bring them a little more narrow. I'm gonna take this front foot, flare it, and drop it. This slightly open stance, it makes it easier for me to pivot through. Really, the engine of this golf swing is gonna be our big muscles, my chest and my core, turning back and turning through. There's not gonna be a lot going on with my hands. So I'm gonna hit a few of these 50-yard shots. I'm using a sand wedge. My sand wedge is 55 degrees. And I am trying to have the ball come out at a nice medium trajectory. I don't want it to be going up super high or low. A metric that you can look for when you're practicing this 50-yard shot would be the launch angle. I think a nice medium launch angle with this 50-yard shot would be something around 30 degrees, give or take a few degrees. When we do that, it comes out nice and medium, and it's easier to control the distance compared to getting it, too high in the air. So that last one was a good one. I launched it right there at 30. The other thing that I'm looking at is the clubhead speed. What makes the ball travel the correct distance is moving the club head at the right speed. So with 50 yards, it's actually really easy to remember. We want the club head to be moving around 50 miles an hour. For me, I'm a medium length player, so this is pretty easy for me. I feel, smooth back and through. Some of my high speed players that hit it really far, if they over accelerate, they'll carry it too far, so they have to be really conscious of going smooth. The other thing that I'm looking for when I hit this shot, I'm looking to see how much the ball is spinning left or right. I don't want a lot of curve with this 50-yard shot. If anything, I wouldn't even mind having the ball maybe curve a little bit to the right, but I don't want a lot of curve left with this shot. In order to make that happen, I'm very conscious of trying to keep the club more in front of me, going back. I really don't want to sneak it too much to the inside. When it gets to the inside, we'll flip the hands over and then we'll kind of see it miss a little left. All right, so also when I'm hitting this shot, I'm looking for how close I'm hitting it to the hole. All right, I think a good proximity would be 10% of the distance. So I'm 50 yards. So a good goal would be to hit it inside of 15 feet. The tour players are like 5%. Let's try to get something within 10%. If you're new, you could obviously expand it. But a good goal would be getting the ball inside of 15 feet, from this distance. So hopefully you could take some of these ideas and ingrain the feel of 50 yards. Let's launch it at 30 degrees. Let's swing it about 50 miles an hour. Get your really good ball position. Let's see if we can get inside 15 feet. So ingrain this in the wintertime, and then you're gonna be ready to go come spring.